Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of VGIW. Oh, nice dodge there by the Queen, Sam Garrett, taking on Wild Child Marcia Garcia tonight. And look at this! We're getting a bit of an experience difference here. Marcia Garcia is fighting Sam Garrett. Sam Garrett wrestled back in the dying days of TTW, being one of the last ladies champions. Oh! And right now you're seeing that experience difference here. Marcia Garcia, meanwhile, does have ties to TTW. Her father, Marco Garcia, wrestled in Terrific Texas Wrestling. But you saw in the beginning there, Marcia, like, headstrong, full of energy, rushed right at Sam Garrett, but Sam was able to roll out of the way. Despite Sam Garrett being a veteran, she's not, like, overly old yet. Like, she's a veteran. Oh! She's still got the ability to move around. You know, she's still clearly very nimble. And now getting back into the ring here. So Sam Garrett still has the chance to go far here in professional wrestling. Like, you know, get another big run, but of course, that involves taking on wrestlers like Marcia Garcia, who is trying to create their own legacy here. Look at this. Sam Garrett gonna fly high. Oh my god! Incredible seated senton right there to the outside. This is our opening match here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a variety of different competitions here tonight. Oh, look at that. Great work from Marcia Garcia, by the way. Despite being a rookie, she is clearly, like, firing on all cylinders. And now, climbing up to the top rope. She is ready to go. Look at this. Flying high, big clothesline right there. Kicking the face. And now, look at this, a strength deadlifting Sam Garrett for a powerbomb. One. Only a one count though. Sam Garrett, the Queen, kicking out. Oh man, the crowd are loving this. Oh, overshot it. And the Queen, right now, is taking advantage, but no! Oh! Before the pride comes the fall. Oh god. Don't make it 3 in a row. Oh, finally! Third time's a charm. Good lord. Safe to say that was an interesting situation. The kind of thing Matthew of Botchamania would be all over if this was real. Oh, now look at this. Wait a minute. Deadlift powerbomb! Boom! And now going for the leg. Good grief. Sam Garrett, surely she can't take much more of this. That dive to the outside seems to have really taken her out of her element. Referee's warning them though, they've got to get back in the ring. Oh my god, another deadlift. Count of 6. Oh! Count of 7 now. We are getting dangerously close to a count out here. But now, back in the ring, at the count of 8. And it's clear. Ready to finish things off. Springboard off the ropes. DDT! Springboard tornado DDT! Is it over? 1, 2... No! So incredibly close. And the crowd are loving this. Going for the legs, but Sam Garrett pushing Marcia Garcia away. And now, oh, look at that! That spinning code breaker! 1, 2, there's a kick out. Oh my god. What a performance this has been in the opening stages of this match. Oh, now look at this. Oh, snapping the neck. And now stomping on the midsection. And again. Now grabbing the legs. Driving her down. And it's clear that things are not looking good. Oh, what a nice dodge right there. Bringing Sam Garrett back up. Oh, quick clubbing blow to the back. Back and forth here, back and forth. Off of the ropes. No, again, overshooting it. This is bad for Marcia Garcia. She's still new, but oh. Mistakes like that. That's fine in the training center. You can't make those mistakes when push comes to shove, because wins here are exceptionally important. Oh, Sam Garrett has distracted the referee. Does she have some plans here, perhaps? Oh, climbing up to the top rope. Here we go. Oh, trying to finish it off there, but no dice. Oh, here we go now. Look at this. Oh my goodness. No way. Oh my God. Sam Garrett. Right to the crown. Oh my God. The Queen is in trouble. While John Marcia Garcia, with the DDT, is looking to finish this off once and for all. Oh my God. The crowd are loving this though. This match has been messy, it's been ugly, but there has been some pretty notable things in it as well. Oh God. Oh, into the LED board with a power slam. It's clear that the Wild Child is willing to do whatever it takes to win. Back into the ring now. And now, here we go, rolling her up for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. She comes out on top in this one, but gotta say there was some shakiness in that performance. She's gonna want to try and figure out how to improve so she can avoid that in her next matchup, because if she makes a mistake like that against someone like Sophia Muller, that would be game, set, and match. Time for the next match now. Kamau versus Hardcore Hank. Now, here's the thing. Kamau has actually beaten Hardcore Hank before. Both of these wrestlers are setting themselves up for big Hall of Glory matchups. For Hank, he is trying... these two have both got big reasons for wanting to have this match. Hank, when he lost to Kamau, Hank says that was one of the lowest points of his career. Because not only would he lose the tag team titles, but he would go on to lose his best friend. That he was a shell of who he once was. Think about this. Hank was someone who has been at the top of the business. A 3 to 4 time world champion in VGIW. Hank was at one point the most dominant man in professional wrestling. And he would go on to be a multi-time tag team champion, dominating that division. But recently, he definitely seems to have fallen off somewhat. He's hoping to get back to his old ways here, and he wants to do that by taking on Kamau, one of the wrestlers who beat him. Now for Kamau, beating Hank, while that may have been a low point for Hank, that was a highlight of Kamau's career. For Kamau, he was struggling until he joined Disco Fever. For Kamau, it was looking like he may never leave the lower card. But when Kamau was brought on by VBC into the fold with him and the Giant Herman into Disco Fever, things really turned around. Suddenly, Disco Fever, and this was a thing where it was a mutually beneficial relationship, because once they managed to motivate Kamau helped to catapult them, not just in the tag division, but in the trios division as well. Kamau has managed to be a notable presence, and one of the wrestlers he beat in a championship match, he beat a few world champions, but one of them was Hardcore Hank. Kamau here is going to be challenging for the men's world title against the undefeated Brutus Armstrong at Hall of Glory, and he wants to showcase what he can do one-on-one. No distraction, no tag team partners getting in the way here. Kamau wants to show what he can do against Hardcore Hank one-on-one. Because many people do feel that Kamau is going to be out of his depth against Brutus Armstrong. Kamau knows that the odds are against him, but he wants to show that he'll be able to bring the fight to the world champion. And he's going to do that by taking on one of the most decorated world champions in VGIW, that being Hardcore Hank. Like I said, Hardcore Hank, I believe, is a 4-time world champion. Oh, look at this. Thrown in the air, driving down! We haven't seen that in a good while. But like I said though, this isn't a Hank who's about to hit rock bottom. This is a Hank who is clawing his way back to performing at the level that he used to. And now look at this. Oh no, wait a minute, Hank. Oh, with a knee strike. Not the knee, but a knee strike. And now Kamau. If Hank is anywhere near what the levels he has been at throughout a good chunk of his career, the knee! Then he is dealing with a near unbeatable superhuman. 2. No! Oh my god! And now Kamau. Look at this. This is not good at all. Oh, what a strike! They're going for the head. And now, pacing around Kamau. And you see Herman, who is currently on his retirement tour here tonight to cheer on Kamau. Oh my god! As well as the disco dancing party animal VVC. The two of them watching on, hoping that Kamau can come out with what will be the biggest win of his career. Well, second biggest win behind Regal Rampage so far. This is a big moment for Kamau. Another chance for him to further prove himself. Oh, look at this. Jumping over again. And look at that, a European uppercut from Kamau. The fact that Kamau is showing that he can hang with Hardcore Hank, that is impressive, because now there is no excuses here. Kamau is showing that he may be on that level. Oh, nice shot there. And now, oh, here we go. Look at this. Kamau was never this good before. He's got the size, the girth to be powerful, but he's got that agility. I know it's smart, but look at Hank. Hank is just built different to most other wrestlers, though. He's got, similarly to Kamau, he's big, but obviously incredibly nimble and athletic. But the difference is, with Hank, that girth is all muscle. He is incredibly strong, and it's why Hank has been one of the more decorated wrestlers in VGIW history, because he is just damn well been one of the best in the business. So a fall for him isn't a fall down to the bottom, necessarily. But it's just the fact is that when you are at such a high level, any slight deviation, if you go from a 10 to a 9, that is surely going to be more noticeable than going from a 7 to a 6. If you get what I'm saying. Hank was that 10 going down to a 9, in my opinion. Oh! My God! But look at Hank! No, my God, but Kamau! Hank was showing those signs of durability that I don't think I've seen since 2K18. And normally that would throw people off, but Kamau flinging himself full force at Hank. But unfortunately, it looks like Kamau may have reached his limits. Hank, meanwhile, still with energy to burn. Can of 6. Back into the ring. Can of 7. Kamau's really pushed Hank, but Kamau may have also pushed himself. No, wait a minute. Perhaps a second wind. Look at this. DDT. Maybe a last gasp from Kamau. Oh my goodness. Hank's rolling over to the ropes. And you can see now Hank's starting to buckle maybe. Oh, look at that nice shot here. You can see the blood, by the way, on the side of the face. The knee! Out of nowhere! Pinfall! 1, 2... No! A second knee wasn't enough to put Kamau away. But Hank, psyching himself up, he believes victory is at hand. Irish whip. A third knee! Here it is. 1, 2, 3. The match is over. Kamau getting back up right afterwards. Neither of these two have anything to be ashamed about. Clearly, Hank is getting back to his old levels of performance. But the fact that Kamau was able to bring up as much as fight as he did, and it took 3 knees to take him out, I can't say that Kamau has silenced the doubters, but he may bring a great fight to Brutus yet. Now we're talking about some of the most decorated members. Oh! of VGIW, we got to talk about the 5-time VGIW World Champion, the Reaper, who of course will also be at Hall of Glory. Right now, tonight, he is taking on Samuel the Savior. Both of the wrestlers appeared on episode 1 of VGIW, and Samuel, one of the flippiest high flyers to ever lace up a pair of boots. And you can see right here that these two going toe to toe right here. Look at this, ducking under. Big boot there, busting open Samuel. And now look at that, tweaking the arm. But Samuel's right back up. And look at this. Oh! This is going to be interesting. Samuel is maybe too fast for the Reaper. The Reaper, of course, similarly to Hank, has been on a bit of a gap period. It's not necessarily fallen off. Reaper we've just been seeing less of recently. But the Reaper, much like Hank, has been at the top of the totem pole with an exceptionally dominant reign of performance. You gotta wonder what it's like for Reaper and the Hank right now, who were at the top, but now are stuck in the same position as everyone else. Wondering if they can beat the undefeated world champion, Brutus Armstrong. Oh! And a dodge there. Nice work. Sliding to the outside. And I believe Brutus Armstrong will be fighting tonight. I'm just trying to double check my notes here. If he is, then this will be 100-0 should he win. Let me just... I'm trying to get all my records up here. Yes, currently, his last win was 99-0 against the Bull, Terry Adams. If he wins tonight, that will be 100-0. The claw has just been latched on to Samuel the Savior. And the Reaper doesn't look like he's going to have the same troubles that Hardcore Hank did. Oh, look at that. A second claw. It's like, oh, you got free? No, you did not. And you can see, fading. Samuel, he's done. He's done. The match is over. And a far quicker result for the Reaper there, taking out Samuel the Savior. The Reaper, he may not be winning. It may have been a while since they won a world title, but the Reaper has clearly established that they are still one of the most dangerous wrestlers in this business. Quick, decisive outcome right there. In what, like just over 2 minutes? That's nothing to sneeze at. Here we go now. We've got Weapon F. Oh! Taking on Keller. Now Keller fighting Hank at Hall of Glory. And you got to think that Keller has something to prove when he takes on Hardcore Hank. Keller had betrayed Hank. You know, kicking him while he was down. Believing that he was being shackled, being weighed down by Hank. And I will say, and here's the thing, I'm torn here on this, because on one hand, I do feel the way Keller acted was disrespectful to someone who was with Keller through thick and thin, where they achieved great success together, who basically helped put Keller on the map. But I'd be lying if I said that Keller hadn't also shown incredible ability in that ring. Keller has proven that he is a damn fine professional wrestler. And that's the thing that kind of baffles me a bit. Because maybe there is a little bit of truth that Keller has been holding himself back. Because he is one of the few wrestlers to do the 6 successful title defenses. And he would have won the world... he could have won the world title had it not been for the interference of Hardcore Hank during Keller's match with Brutus Armstrong. So at the same time, it's very torn. This is one of the situations where I feel both have a legitimate say. Oh my goodness. And you gotta... I am genuinely very torn on that matter, I must admit. Oh my god. Right now, Weapon F showcasing that strength and agility that has gotten him so far. Oh god, there's that agility, now there's that strength. Oh! Count of 6. Be wary of the can out here. Count of 7. Here we go now. Irish whip. Reversal. Count of 8. Keller. Back in the ring. There we go. Oh! Weapon F barely dodging. And you know that Keller's looking to try and finish this here. Oh, wait a minute. No, no, no. Oh! Oh, fuck! 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh, my goodness. Here we go now. DDT! Ow! Good lord. But Weapon F's back up. Irish whip. Against the ropes. Look at this. Meanwhile, Weapon E and Weapon F working together to try and elevate each other, both in tag team wrestling as well as singles competition. Remember, when they both debuted in VGIW at a similar time, both were on the hunt for the VGIW Limitless World title, both showed incredible amounts of promise, but have yet to hit that high point. Now hoping that they can elevate each other, and that's a great sign right there. Weapon F wins. Oh my goodness. Keep in mind the hot streak Keller's been on. Weapon F just won, and look at that, Weapon E and Weapon F celebrating as Weapon F just got a huge victory right there. Look at that. Weapon E saying, that's my man right there, he fucking did it. That is incredible stuff right there. Weapon F showing that he is still, you should not overlook the weapons of mass destruction. Maybe they will be a formidable force yet. Right, we're moving on to the next match now between Natalie Reid and Gertrude Hagen. Now, we want to talk about the similarity these two share. Apart from their sheer size and power, both have a similar form of brute strength, but do it in different ways. We've got to talk about their similar rates of ascension. Now, Gertrude Hagen has been a bit, it has taken longer for her. Keep in mind that she did have an original run where she called herself Denise Hagen. That was a bit of a flop back then. At that same time, while she was having that initial run that didn't work out, Natalie Reid was the fastest rising wrestler in the women's division, quickly rising up the ranks from rookie to world champion. Natalie Reid has won the world title, I believe, several times since, if memory serves correctly. Meanwhile, Gertrude Hagen would take some time off before eventually coming back as Gertrude Hagen, where she has now since been on a similar trajectory. She has quickly risen up the ranks. She has the championship briefcase and can use it at any point to get a world title opportunity. Natalie Reid now, it does seem a lot of that initial propulsion has worn off somewhat. However, I wouldn't say that that's a sign that Natalie Reid has fallen off. In professional wrestling, you can't be in the main event forever. You're not, unless your name is Hulk Hogan or John Cena, you're not going to be gift-wrapped that main event forever. You have to earn it, and let me tell you, Natalie Reid, I believe, will earn another major main event before too long. But now, here we go. Being faced with new, sturdy competition like Gertrude Hagen, a second-generation athlete. Gertrude Hagen, clearly has like the same foundations that Daniel and David have. That's tough energy, those powerful moves, but clearly with her own flavour. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. And a third knee to the side of the head. Off against the ropes again. Oh my god. She is wiping out Natalie Reid right now. Only a 1 count though. This match is far from over. Remember, Gertrude right now is wanting to show that when she cashes in that championship briefcase, she can wrestle on that level of being a world champion by beating a world champion here. But Natalie Reid won't go down that easily. Stiff shots to the face there. And now, look at this. The strength of Natalie Reid. This is what got her to the top. Oh my goodness. I remember when Natalie Reid won the world title. This was during the reign of terror of Sophia Muller. Oh my god, wait a minute. Dominator. Dominator! Oh my god, I might not get to explain it. 1, 2. No, oh my god, that was close. As I was saying, Natalie Reid, this was during the reign of terror of Sophia Muller. Sophia Muller, every time she lost the belt, she would quickly gain it back. She lost it to Nightshade, she gained it back. She lost it to Donna Schmidt, she gained it back. Like, every single time that Sophia Muller, like, I remember Sophia Muller, at one point in time, the closest, her closest rival for a point in time was Reina Vibora, and Reina couldn't beat Sophia. There was a point in time Sophia Muller looked to be the status quo of VGIW. No matter what happened, if she lost the title, you might as well set a stopwatch and see how long it took for her to get it back. That was until Natalie Reid appeared. She really changed the momentum of the women's roster here in VGIW. Because not only did she beat Sophia, she won the rematch. And after that, it completely changed the momentum of everyone on the roster. Suddenly, you weren't in a situation like the men's are right now with Brutus, where you're wondering what the hell's going to happen with the world title. Is anyone ever going to get it and keep it? You're thinking, people start realizing, oh my god, there's a brand new realm of opportunity. Natalie Reid has just completely shifted the entire landscape. Oh, look at those knee strikes. And Natalie Reid, still so incredibly young, she has got, like, she could still be wrestling at this level for another 10 years or so. You think about that. Like, she could still be at this kind of level, changing the game for at least another 10 years, all being well. Oh my god, wait a minute. Is this a bit of submission here from Natalie Reid? Normally, a brute strength type of person. Oh, and it looks like that's why Gertrude Hagen able to turn it around. Natalie Reid is a game changer here in the world of women's wrestling here on the channel. And you think about, like, the great, one of our great, friends and, frequent collaborators, Shockwave Sports. Be sure, by the way, to check out Shockwave Wrestling. Genuinely, lots of fun. Recently, Herman had a big match with Mooch. Sometimes you'll see wrestlers like Tsunami Frank and the like. Oh my god, a sleeper hold on the outside. You'll see VGIW wrestlers frequently showing up there for matches there. It's a great time. Highly recommend you check them out. Currently, they're on WWE 2K25, and we will be joining them once we all make the move to WWE 2K26. But we always make sure that we have wrestlers ready for collaborations with them. But anyway, back to my point. I remember once we were talking about women's wrestling, and Shockwave Wrestling mentioned that VGIW was a big inspiration for Shockwave Wrestling getting more involved in women's wrestling. Oh my goodness, we might get a cat out here. That right there is genuinely, like, it means a lot, honestly. Oh, and Natalie Reid wins, but by count out. I think this is unfinished business right here. But now it's time to find out, will we hit 100-0? It's the main event. Dan the Man Decker is taking on Brutus Armstrong. And this match right here is historic. Dan Decker is about to be in a new historic match right here. Because no matter which way this goes, history will be made tonight. Either Dan Decker will win, and he will break the streak. He will make his biggest, possibly his biggest accolade yet, in breaking a near 6-year undefeated streak. Or Brutus Armstrong will win, hit the triple digits, and become 100-0, and it may be over only a 1 count. This is a monumental main event. This is quite possibly one of the biggest non-title main events we've had on the channel. Look at this, Dan Decker right now, trying to just work Brutus over, trying to do what he can to, to wear Brutus out. Brutus trying to get to the outside of the ring to try and escape, get some breather and rethink here, because Dan Decker clearly still in incredible physical conditioning, but has those years of experience. I mean, at least like 2 decades of experience under his belt. Dan Decker clearly knows what it'll take to bring his A game here. Oh, now look at this here. Going for an electric chair drop. Oh my god! I bet Dan Decker back in the TTW days used to fear that move coming from the Giant Herman. By the way, be sure to check out the Herman Retirement Tour. That's a weekly thing, at least once a week. Herman wrestles an opponent during Hall of Glory. Herman will be wrestling a new opponent every single day in the Retirement Tour. A count of 8. And back in. Dan Decker back in the action. Oh, and look at that. Ripcord. And now lifting up Dan Decker, throwing him towards the corner. And now, look at this, dragging Dan Decker towards the center of the ring. Oh, look at that big shot right there. And you can see Dan Decker fighting. Look at this, grabbing the neck. And into the corner there. My God. Dan Decker, the man. You can see the crowd are on their feet. They don't know which way to lean right now. They don't know if they want to see someone finally break the streak or if they want to see the streak hit that historic triple digits. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dan Decker has been on that grind lately. He's been showing up all over right now. He's been on VGIW, he's been on GHK, he's been on Kitsune Kingdom. If you check out the TTW tapes, you'll get to see him back when he was still a rookie in professional wrestling, rising up the ranks. Leo, we've been seeing a lot of Dan Decker recently, and that's because Dan Decker is trying to re-establish that legacy and show why he was one of the best of the best, and why he still is one of the best. Look at this now. Brutus Armstrong back to his feet. Dan Decker with the cross body. Oh, and a drop kick. Into the corner now, stomping on the chest. Look at this, scraping the face of Brutus Armstrong. And the crowd are loving this right now. Oh, here we go, going for the arm. But Brutus with the reversal. Up in the air, driving down Dan Decker. Dropping him before he could even think to reverse. And now going for the pin. 1, 2, but a kick out. Right on 2. And now, Dan Decker back in the ring, but Brutus leaving the ring here. Looks like Brutus wants to... Brutus is baiting Dan Decker right now. This is mind games. But it doesn't look like it worked. Dan Decker now, look at this, rolling into that neck breaker. And now going for the arm here. Oh, driving down. Remember, Dan Decker can make you tap out. Going for the head there. And the crowd are going wild here. Brutus being brought back to his feet. Stiff chops. Oh my God. Dan Decker now climbing to the top rope. Oh my God. Look at this, diving headbutt, going for the pin, going for the pin. 1, 2, oh my God. Still, the streak is alive for now as Brutus starts making his comeback. Nasamura in the comeback, oh my God, that's his finisher. Driving down Dan Decker. 1, 2, Dan survives. The move that killed Herman, the move that potentially crippled Gallagher. Dan Decker surviving, even if just for a little bit longer. And they're rolling back to the outside. And you can see right now, Brutus a little bit shaky, but look at that nice catch there by Dan Decker. Oh, what a suplex! Keep in mind how big Brutus is. Dan Decker's been suplexing around. Oh my goodness, look at this. Nice duck under. Brutus, how does he still have the energy? Look at him go! Spine buster! Going for the pin. Is it over? 1, 2. Dan kicks out. Both of these two with so much heart, determination, resiliency, keeping them going. Oh my God. Wait a minute, no! The Dominator! Oh my God! 1, 2, 3, 100, and oh! Thank you so much for watching this episode of VGIW. We've just seen history made tonight, and we are on the road to Hall of Glory starting from Monday. Next Monday, it'll be Hall of Glory. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification, and we'll see you next time.